You guys aren't able to generate much offensively this stretch.
Well, I think tonight we didn't have enough guys going. Had about, I don't know, not enough guys. We can't be waiting for someone else to do it. We have to all look ourselves in the mirror and see what we can do better. I know I wasn't nearly good enough as I need to be tonight. That's not good enough.
What do you think has changed? 'Cause, I mean, you guys were, talking about playing for each other there and on a good roll, and then it just, now the slides.
I think one of the things that we've stopped doing is skating. Talking a little bit more we got to do. When we get the puck in our zone, it's almost like there's one guy with a puck and four guys standing around watching and see what's going to happen. That's one area we have to clean up here as soon as possible.
Jeff has said everybody has to bring their A game every night. It's not, the B games aren't going to be good enough. Is that message not sinking in, or what is the reason for coming off it, I guess, is the question.
Great question. I wish the answer was a lot better or a lot more clear. And we have to be better to a man. I know I got to be better. That's not good enough.
When did you guys find out about Jimmy? Was that
In warm-ups.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that? I mean, that's a very strange situation. Just suddenly seeing a guy you don't know on the bench.
Yeah, things like that happens. So, of course, it's a little different not having Bern or Howie sit on the bench, but it's what it is. I thought Bern played great for us and gave us a chance.
For a kid playing his first game there.
Sorry?
For a kid playing there
Yep.
you guys just probably would have liked to put more pressure on him than you did.
Oh, absolutely. Obviously you want to take advantage of that as much as you can and make sure to make it hard for him. More pucks to the net, more traffic. I don't think we did a good enough job of that. We turned the puck over way too often around the blue lines and in high danger areas where they were able to come over us a few times. Quite a few areas that we need to clean up.
Not many opportunities to get much offense at the other end. What was behind that tonight?
No, I don't really know what it was, to be honest. Maybe it just wasn't, getting enough pucks on that. I thought we had some shifts where we had sustained his own time, but on a young goalie like that, you have to get the puck on net, and I guess we didn't do that enough tonight.
Well, they didn't help taking those early penalties.
Yeah, the start of the game was a little bit rocky, obviously, with the penalties. Hard to get any flow going with that, but I thought we handled it pretty well. Our PK was good, and ultimately, didn't get enough pucks to the net, and we couldn't come up with the win.
He does miss the first time, but would you guys have liked more pressure on him for, a guy in his first game like that and stuff?
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, it's his first game, so this is the highest league in his first game. You have to get the puck to the net and get bodies to the net, and I guess we didn't do that enough tonight.
It's a power play goal for you guys.
It's positive. As of late, we've been struggling a little bit, and the last couple of games we've had a few goals, so that's a positive sign. But we didn't come up with the win, and we had a lot of opportunities. So if we can get a few more, that might help.
Obviously it's not the ideal one, but at the same time, like I said, you come to the rink, you got to make sure you're ready for whatever reason.
Has this ever happened before where you've had to start on such short notice?
Probably worse when halfway through the game and you've been sitting for an hour. So at least I got a few shots in warm-up, and I felt good right off the bat.
Jonathan, from your vantage point, what are you seeing? It doesn't seem like there's been much offense generated the last few games. Anything you're seeing from your end?
I just think it starts from our defense. I think we turn the ball over when it's not the right time, and then it's tough to sustain some pressure in their zone, and that's how you're going to get some scoring chance and some time zone and shots, is by cycling the puck over there, get some point shots, get some body in front, and we're just kind of like, I feel we're on one and done right now.
For a kid playing his first game, would you guys have preferred to get more shots, more activity out of him?
Well, definitely, yeah.
I think that maybe they were a little more defensive conscious than they might have been, and maybe with the veteran back.
I think so. I've watched Philly quite a bit, and usually they like to go, and I thought, we didn't get a 2-on-1 or barely a 3-on-2, so they did a really good job to protect that slot.
I thought we had tons of guys with their B and C games. You know, not even close to enough guys with their A games. I've said it to our guys before. When you're a little bit short-handed, guys got to rise to the occasion and play their A games on a nightly basis. And I didn't think it was close. Whether it was just how they handled the puck, whether it was executing, whether it was poor turnovers, whether it was slow in D zone. You know, as a group, we were way too slow in D zone. So we got to work on that here tomorrow. Get way better at that. But as an individual, the guys have to rise up and play way better than they played tonight.
What can you tell us about Jimmy Howard?
You know, he had an issue in warm-ups. Couldn't dress, couldn't play. So we'll see. We'll see how he is tomorrow. We're trying to find a goalie for practice for tomorrow.
I would imagine 22 shots on a young rookie goalie is not enough.
No, not enough. When we had shot attempts, we didn't get him through enough. I didn't think we didn't make it hard enough on him at all. He played good for him, but we didn't make it hard enough on him.
It's frustrating when you see the way the game is going that there doesn't seem to be a way like the pushback during the game.
Well, you know, I've said this before. I don't think this has happened lots, but when you don't start the game and you're not on top of your game, boy, it's hard to get your game going during the game. We had too many guys that weren't on top of their game, so we got to dig in and be way better than that.
Some guys are slumping too. Obviously, you need a little bit more for some of these forwards.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that's pretty obvious.
Yeah. You know, like we need a lot more from a number of guys. Again, I think when you have some guys that you're missing out of your lineup, other guys got to rise up and be way better, and they weren't.
I know you like to focus on the guys you have, but when a guy like Mike Green is out, I mean, how much does it affect, especially getting the puck to the forwards and just generating chances?
You know, Mike and Danny are two of our best D, and it affects you to the degree that we let it affect us. And what I mean by that is if everybody else plays our best hockey, we'll be fine. It wouldn't affect us at all. We'd be able to keep winning games, and we'd be fine. But when guys choose to play their B and C games, then you miss those guys way better because Danny nor Mike had given us very many of those. They had given us lots of A games. So to me, it all depends on the group you have and how well they play.
I'm sure you guys know more about how tomorrow, but does this kind of look like a day-to-day or multiple
I would call it day-to-day. I would just call it day-to-day. I don't think it's anything bigger than that. I'd call it day-to-day.